this is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you today with another quick review. I got lucky and found, after Target did some inventory, they put out the Sideways and Nexus Prime. Today we're going to take a closer look at the Age of the Primes Sideways. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn this around and take a closer look at Sideways from Armada. We're indoors today because it's just a little bit hot out there. It's April the 18th and I found this a couple days ago. Like I said, they were doing inventory at Target and I've seen a lot of folks in the groups, in the Facebook groups, find this and Nexus and some other things. I'd love to get a hold of Power Glide, Swerve, and Smoke Screen and the deluxe renditions, and then Lee's Maximo is also making an appearance. So get out there and hunt, guys. Speaking of hunting, pause and scan here. This will help you either at Walmart or Target. Hopefully track down your Sideways from Armada. Let's take a closer look. And it's Sunday, April 19th. And here is Sideways with his Minicons combined together as the driver. I forget what that's called. I'll go back and looking at it back later in post. But here he is, looking pretty awesome, even though his accessories are a little bit sketch. I mean, it looks good like right here, but then when you take this guy off the bike, this much combined still looks really good. And he's got articulation all the way around right there. You can get a full Mr. T. Nothing there in the head. It's hollowed out in the back, kind of aggravating, kind of transforms like the old one, all the same. You do get a full van damage. You get kick up, get kick back. You get knee and some tiltage, but no rocker. So it's whenever these two split apart. And actually the back of the box says this is Minicon combiner mirror. Rook and Crosswise are clearly afterthoughts, as you got to put his arms on off of the bike, and they got storage of the legs right there on the bike. So we're going to put this together and let you see Rook here first. He's got gorilla arms, stagnant legs, and he just pegs in, hollowness in the back. This burns me up, man. And the same thing with Crosswise right here. He's stagnant arms, face showing on both. No attempt to hide that at all, and just clearly the lower half of mirror. Just totally ugly, totally an afterthought there. And so when you do use the heads for Autobot and Decepticon later on, we'll get into that in robot mode, but there's that. The bike itself is an absolute beaut. And the other couple of accessories you get these hollowed out mufflers. It doesn't look bad as long as you got them turned to the inside there, but like whenever you try to use these in general, I mean, that is uncalled for, Hasbro. I just don't like that at all. And same thing there. That's just dog ugly, dog shit ugly. And mine doesn't really, I've not probably got something all together good there to make it all line up. But the bike looks amazing. I like the paint work there used. I like the little gimmick with the gimmick was back in the day, you plug in one, you get an Autobot symbol, and then it went neutral for, you know, the other one, and we'll talk more about that in robot mode in a second. And then you got Rook there, plug in and make it a Decepticon symbol, it would show up. That was the gimmick of the Minicons with the original figure. I don't have that original figure. I don't believe I do. It might be still in some of my son's stuff, but I want to say that most of that got donated to somebody for Christmas one year. So I'm in no longer possession of the awesome Sideways that way. I do got the Sideways from Cybertron because that's like the one and only like jet figure I liked from Cybertron, but that's another story. This is a nice Armada Sideways, and Armada was not my favorite show, and it's really still kind of hard to watch. I did watch some of the compilation of his scenes and him talking, and it was really, really neat to see how he, you know, went back and forth and whatnot. He's basically the punch, counter punch, but he's also, Sideways is not just two sides, but then when you get him into a standard robot mode, I guess he's the herald of Unicron and Armada universe. So speaking of that, anyways, let's get that guy into robot mode. But before we do that, here he is with Hotshot and vehicle mode, and you can see he's a Voyager figure, bigger, but he befriended him first, and then He befriended Armada Starscream or whatnot when he switched over to the Decepticons, and I should have flipped that around just for some prosperity and that kind of thing, and just to be complete and whatnot. So we're going to get this guy finally transformed over into his robot mode. And here he is in his Autobot rendition with the head on there. You got the storage on the sides. I got the arms over here for Rook. And real quick, here he is with Hot Shots. He came along and befriended Hot Shot and warned him he would regret it sometime because he did switch sides to the Decepticons, and I forgot one thing. There, that's better. And he did befriend Starscream right away and tried to pit Starscream, of course, against Megatron and mix up the ranks and stuff, because Sideways has a third side and he is the Herald of Unicron. Dual wielding, triple wielding, you know, bad guy, and looks really, really awesome in his robot mode. We're gonna go through that articulation next right here. We're gonna start off with the feet, and you got some ankle rockers. You can get them out as far as you need to. It doesn't have any up and down at all. This will pivot and spin due to transformation. You do get a kick up that high, if you so please desire. The knee will bend 90 degrees right back down. You can bend it all the way back and kick back that far. You can get a full Mr. T. You can get the full Van damage for some max damage there, and that just looks painful every time. I want to say you do got a articulation at the waist, so that's something that the original did not have. There again, I'm just going on my memories and stuff and things, because of the gimmicks, they didn't have all the articulation that we have here. You got all the way around at the shoulder out. You do got bicep swivel. You got that much in the elbow. You got articulating wrist, hands going on there. You can hold the mufflers as weapons and billy sticks if you so desire, just like this. Be it Autobot or Decepticon, you can get a good size beat down on there, and not a whole lot more to say about this. I'm just really kind of aggravated about Minicons Rook and Crosswise not getting the full detail there. The mirror mode looks good for the bite mode, and we're moving into some final thoughts here right now. Starting off with the Minicons, they are the weakest part of this whole set right here. They are stronger together than they are apart, and just a highly disappointing thing. I'm grateful we got these, but these could have been done the right way and given the articulation with today's engineering standards, but they just always tend to crap on what would be a Minicon or the littler figures, the Legends, Scout class, whatever figures there. And I don't like them seeing them done as a what or what off, especially as important as this guy is. I mean, at least they did get this mode right, so they got somebody to ride the motorcycle mode. It would look a little weird if the motorcycle was rolling around without nobody on there. We're going to put him over here on the side. He has a hard time standing up anyway, and he may fall over again anyway. Sidewave is really, really awesome to have an articulated version of him, to have the nods to the gimmicks that made him such an awesome Armada figure back in the day. To have this updated rendition, it's a much welcome one. He's not totally perfect due to the, like during transformation, the pins will pop off. These little mufflers will pop off if you don't do the stuff right. Actually, oddly enough, these arms and those legs do store pretty securely to the sides there, and I just don't want to lose any of that stuff. I'm glad that we got a way to store it or whatnot, and I like having the updated articulation rendition here in front of us. I'll probably keep the Decepticon symbol on there the most or whatnot, depending. I mean, I don't really care for the Minicon heads. I think this looks really, really awesome, and to each his own. However you want to see it fit into your collection, you have options, and options are always good. I was more into alternators back in that timeline. In 2002, they had like MP1, which was that Optimus that was diecast, come out, and then the alternators, I used them as stand-in, masterpiece versions of themselves. And there's only like 21 of those figures, and I just like the Nemesis Dodge Ram or whatever of that collection and whatnot, and I need to go back and pull those out and do some reviews on them, especially as things climb and get more expensive as we move forward. But it's been a minute since I've felt like doing this stuff. Vertigo is no joke, guys. But if you can get those crystals reset, then you can get the stability and feel like level-headed enough to now I feel level-headed enough to do some reviews. They got diagnosed, or it had that first initial spell on Fool's Day, April the 1st, and then got diagnosed. Didn't want nothing else going on, so I just wanted to jump on it and stay on top of it. And then I've watched quite a bit of videos on how to reset those crystals in the inner ear to make things level and the world not spinning. It's just no joke. And literally my world's been turned sideways. And I found this guy this past Thursday or whatnot, and just hadn't felt like filming. It's been a battle, but all that said and done, thank you guys again for your time and patience. I really do appreciate y'all sticking with me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned. I will try to get a hold of Nexus Prime on the turntable next here in a little bit. I'm on the look for Lee's Maximo, and then I just really want to get Paraglide, Swerve, and Transformers Prime Smokescreen. They're supposed to be hitting stores sometime this week and that kind of thing. Happy hunting. Congratulations to all those that have found it before me. And you guys have a safe and happy week. Stay healthy. Take care of yourself. Love your loved ones. Until all are one, guys. Thank you again for watching.